Hey all, welcome back to Planetverse Review, and today I brought the Cyclops from the 7th Voyage of Sinbad, and this figure is from Xplus, and yeah, Ray Harryhausen, so quite famous film at the around 1950s, right, from what I know. Well, yeah, it's something very retro. I believe the figure itself was released in 2001 or 2002, around there. Yeah, so I got this second hand for about how much did I got it for? For about $50 about a week or two ago. And yeah, it was in decent condition, so I got it straight ahead. I just kept it inside the box because I want to keep it inside the box, these kind of retro and rare figurines. But yeah, this has to be my very first Xplus figure, because I do not own any Xplus Godzilla figurines or any other figurines from Xplus before. But yeah, this is really lightly weighted, a vinyl kind of type figurine. So yeah, well, this is the front side of the box, Cyclops, and I really love how it gave its iconic single-eyed looking for the alphabet O. And yeah, Cyclops has to be one of the most iconic one-eyed creature out there. And yeah, nice wooden themed package overall. Yeah, 12-inch tall, fully painted soft vinyl, very accurate in detail. Yeah, and seems to be there are more creature-related figures. The dragon from the 7th Voyage of Sinbad as well. So yeah, it looks pretty cool. So let's unpack this thing. So when you take the figure outside of the box, you have this packaging over here with all those north, west, east, and south compass thing on the left. And yeah, it looks pretty decent, nicely done. Unfortunately, the cable tie part has kind of ripped apart already because this is an old figure, and especially the fact that this is a second-hand figurine. Alright, Cyclops, let's have a look into it. So it's really detailed. I love the overall detail on this thing. And first of all, this thing is extremely light. Actually, it's not extreme. I don't know. It's really light, really decently sized as well. 12-inch tall, so it's quite yeah, it's extremely light for its size. And yeah, let's have a look into its detail first. So let's have a close look into his face. So yes, really iconic one-eyed creature over here. You get the nice horn over here, really nicely done wash. Like, you see those kind of purple-ish black wash all the way inside at the edge, and it gets wider with some darkish brown wash all over the horn. That's really nicely done. And yeah, you get really nicely painted eye as well. You see those Patrick kind of starfish kind of patterned pupil over there, so that's something really cool and interesting that I found. And you get all this wrinkle on top of the eye, and you see that amazing facial expression it has. You can just see that it seems quite angry and stuff, and just extremely well done texturing for the overall figure. Like, you get all those wrinkle, those rough texturing. The nose are really nicely done as well. Looks very quite accurate to the film. And honestly, in my opinion, this sculpting makes it even more detailed than what you get in the movie and the film. Because what you get in the film seems to be a clay animation kind of thing. So yeah, this obviously is made out of vinyl plastic, so might be higher in detail and things. But yeah, it's very accurate to the film. Either way, you get really nicely done teeth as well. You get nicely done tongue all the way up over the upwards of the jaw area. The side of the cheek is done really nicely, nicely as well, nicely done. The earpiece, I really do love how sharp it is, and you see everything at the hole, the ear hole, should I say. It looks quite nice. And you get the seam line at the neck area, because this thing has an articulation swivel around the neck area. You get those tiny spike leading all the way down to the back over here. So yeah, nicely done wrinkle. There are so much texturing in this thing. Generally the body looks really nicely done. It looks like those mud kind of floor when there's a drought and things, but you know what I mean. Like, the texturing is just amazing. I'm not really gonna talk about the nips, but it's nicely sculpted as well. You get those nicely done 4-pack-ish at the stomach too, and yeah, the arms are really nicely done too. There are just so much detail to talk about. I cannot really talk about everything. Let's take a time to slowly approach, to see its general and overall appearance. So yeah, really nicely done. Backside spike over here, and I find it quite interesting how the back is perfectly, like somewhat perfectly in rectangular square-ish shape. When you look at it from this side, it looks like it doesn't have any back, but it actually does. That's kind of interesting. A little bit of scuff on my figure and at the bottom over here, but I don't mind it too much. It's in red. That's what makes this figure even more retro and things. So yeah, and really nicely done wrinkles again and again, really nicely done fingernails. You get those, again, black, purple-ish, dark black texturing everywhere. It's very interesting to see them using these dark-ish purple, also black-ish washed together for the fingertips. And yeah, I don't know, it's just very interesting to see. I'm not so sure if this is supposed to be a paint mistake, but I assume not, because all this purple shading and washes everywhere on the fingertip. So yeah, let's just quickly move this finger so you can check the very inner fingertip as well. Yeah, it also has purple-ish wash inside, same for the other side over here, so it's definitely not a paint mistake. But wow, generally the texturing is amazing. The leg, the waist level reminds me of those, it looks very film accurate, and kind of reminds me of those really beefy like and chunky horse feet kind of thing. And you get it saying Xplus made in China. This says 1958, 2001. I think the production of this figurine was made in 2001. So yeah, that's kind of cool. So really nicely done black wash and black painting for the base and the brown wash everywhere. Just, there are so much details in this figure, and I really do love it. So yeah. Before we get into the articulation, just gonna give you a friendly reminder that I'm gonna be extremely careful with the articulation since this is my personal copy of the figure. So with the seam line at the head, you get the swivel for the head, and there is a jaw articulation. Surprisingly, I like to keep them open. The arms move up and down swivel, mid-arm swivel, there's a waist swivel as well, and there's a rotation for the thigh, the lower leg area, and that's it for the articulation actually. So yeah, I'm actually in love with this figure. I love how classic it looks, very film accurate, and I don't know, generally looks quite menacing as well. So it's pretty cool and sick. And just one more thing, this figure is having a hard time to stand on its own, so I don't want to force it to make it stand on its own and things without any base to secure this guy from balancing and things. And I would really love to keep this guy outside of the box in a shelf with the glass window and like right in front of the box like that and things, but I do not own a big shelf at the moment. Probably gonna have to get it soon, within a couple months or something. But yeah, let's finalize this review by repacking this thing. And yeah, alright, so I just packed it again inside the box, and yeah, we got some little bit of scuffs at this tiny plastic cover over here, but yeah, it looks great overall. Not too much damage on the box either. So yeah, I really love this figure. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna see you in the next video.
In blind first we trust, joy with every bust. Action figures in a row, bringing smiles as they glow. Superheroes on the shelf, each one made with love. Unboxing magic every week, happiness we always seek. Living in a toy land, blend versus so grand.